The secret ways she shows she cares for you. Have you ever felt like the woman you really like just does not seem to care about you? It is a very hard feeling to sit with. You might look at the way she acts when you are around, and you tell yourself, I do not think she is into me at all. Maybe she does not flirt with you in a way that is loud or easy to see. She does not run after you or try to get your attention every single second of the day. Most of the time, she stays very calm and very quiet. Because she is so quiet, it is very easy for you to believe that there is simply nothing going on in her heart. You might feel a little bit sad and tell yourself that it is time to stop trying because she is not showing you the signs you think you should see. But I want to tell you about a very small and very quiet way of acting that most men completely miss. If you are able to catch this one tiny thing, you will suddenly see that she has been thinking about you much more than she ever lets you show. You think she does not like you, but I want you to listen to me very closely for a moment. You might be reading all of her signals in the wrong way. You might think that her being a little bit distant means she is not interested in who you are. You might think her silence means she has found someone else and moved on. But what if I told you that she has been thinking about you every single day? And here is the part that is going to sound a bit strange to you. Often, the colder she acts toward you, the more her heart might actually be focused on you. Please stay right here with me as we talk about this, because it gets very interesting. Most men miss these signs entirely. They walk away and give up right at the moment when she is actually starting to feel a very strong connection to them. They leave right when her brain is working very hard to understand who you are and what you mean to her life. There is one specific sign that men almost always overlook, and it reveals everything you need to know about how she feels. Once I explain what it is, you are going to find yourself thinking back to every single time you talked to her or spent time together. We are going to explore why women hide their strongest feelings. You are going to start seeing patterns in the way she acts that you never noticed before. I am going to show you the secret signals that prove she is thinking about you all the time, even when she acts like she does not have a care in the world. Even when she seems a bit cold or keeps her distance, and even when every simple sign seems to say she is not interested, there is so much more going on deep inside her. Why she hides what is in her heart. There is a special thing that happens in a woman's mind when she likes someone, but is trying to keep it a big secret. It is a very human thing to do. Once you understand this, you will never look at her signs the same way again. But first, we have to talk about the biggest mistake you are probably making right now. It is that painful confusion where everything you think is happening is actually the opposite of the truth. Imagine this for a moment. She takes many hours to text you back. When you happen to see her in person, she acts very casual. Maybe even a little bit too casual, like she barely even noticed you were in the room. She does not start conversations with you anymore. When you are together in the same space, she acts like you are just any other person passing through her day. This makes you start to doubt yourself. You think, maybe I was wrong about her. Maybe she never liked me at all. Maybe I should just walk away and forget it. But here is what is really happening, and it is going to change the way you see things. When a woman feels a deep pull toward you, her mind goes into a state that a group of caring experts call trying to stay safe. It sounds a bit backwards, does it not? But stay with me as I explain this hot and cold behavior. You need to understand that women often do not show they like someone the same way men do. When a man likes someone, he usually goes after them. He makes it very clear and tries to get as close as he can. However, the way liking someone works can be very surprising. When a woman is very attracted to you and cannot stop thinking about you, she often does the exact opposite of what you would expect. She creates space between the two of you. She tests you. She watches very closely to see how you act when she pulls away. Why does she do this? It is because feeling a strong liking for someone also brings up a lot of fear. There is the fear that you might say no to her. There is the fear of looking like she is trying too hard. There is the fear of losing her sense of control over her own heart. So her brain does something to protect her. It tells her to pull back. The more she thinks about you, the more she might act like she is not thinking about you at all. Thinking about you makes her feel a bit scared because it makes her heart feel open and at risk of being hurt. Her way of dealing with this is to keep a distance while her mind is actually very busy with thoughts of you when she is alone. There are 7 signs that show this is happening. When you see sign number 4, you will know for sure that she is very focused on you. Before we get there, let's look at the patterns of what is really going on in her head. If this is already helping you think differently about someone in your life, please let us know by showing your support. Now let us keep going. Sign 1. The secret watcher. Sign number 1 is that she watches you when she thinks you are not looking. This is a very big deal, but most guys never see it because they are too busy trying to get her to look at them directly. Women are very good at watching things quietly. When she is truly thinking about you, she studies you like a book. She looks at the way you move your hands, who you are talking to, and how you act when you are just being yourself and not trying to impress anyone. You might catch her looking your way when you are in a group of people, or you might feel her eyes on you from across the room. But here's the most important part of this sign. She looks away the very second you make eye contact. That quick look away is not because she does not like you. It is actually because she got caught in the act of looking, and she feels a little bit shy about it. In our world today, this also happens on the internet. She might be looking at your social media stories within just a few minutes of you posting them. She might like a photo you posted a long time ago by accident while she was scrolling through your page. She is checking on you when she thinks you will not notice. Why is this important? It is because where someone puts their attention shows what they really care about. If she is watching you secretly, she is also likely imagining things in her head, like conversations you have not had yet, or fun times you might spend together. That is not just her being polite. It is a clear sign that you are on her mind a lot. Sign 2. She remembers the little things. Sign number 2 is that she remembers tiny details you mentioned a very long time ago. This is where you will really start to see the pattern. Maybe you mentioned once that you had a big meeting coming up at work. Then 2 weeks later, she asks you how it went. Or maybe you told her one time about a band you really like, and she brings them up later like it is no big deal at all. You might think she is just being nice, or that she simply has a very good memory. But listen to this. Most people forget almost everything you tell them within a single day. That is just how the human brain works when it is busy. But when someone is thinking about you all the time, they replay your conversations in their head like a movie. They save those little details because those details matter to them. They are building a mental file on you without even realizing they are doing it. Her brain is putting information about you at the very top of her important list. If she remembers that you do not like a certain kind of food, or she knows your sister's name, or she remembers a story about a bike accident you had as a kid that you only mentioned one time, she has been thinking about you way more than she says out loud. Sign 3. Her friends act differently. Sign number 3 is a very reliable one that you can always count on. It involves her friends. If her friends know who you are, or if they act a bit strange when you are around, it is a total giveaway. You might notice her friends mentioning your name when it was not even brought up, or when you walk into the room, they all look at her and then look at you. They might tease her a little bit or act like they know a secret that you do not know yet. Maybe they smile in a certain special way when you come near. Sometimes a friend might even slip up and say something like, "Oh, so you are the guy she was talking about," and then stop herself because she realized she said too much. Women talk to their friends about the people who are stuck in their heads. It is how they figure out their own feelings. If her friends know about you, even if you have not spent much time with them, it means you are a major topic of conversation when you are not there. She is asking them what they think about you. She is showing them your text messages. She is telling them about every single time you two talk. You are living in her mind and in her group messages with her closest friends. When they act differently around you, it is because they are already very interested in what is happening between the two of you. Sign 4. The pulling away pattern. Now we come to sign number 4, which is the one that confuses men more than anything else. But it is also the strongest sign that she is very attached to you. This is when she reaches out to you out of nowhere and then disappears again. Here is how it looks in real life. She will send you a text about something totally random, maybe a funny picture of a cat or a question that does not seem very important at all. You reply, and you have a very nice talk. Everything feels great, and the energy between you is good. You start to think, okay, she definitely likes me. But then, she goes quiet again for many days or even a whole week. You are left sitting there wondering what on earth happened. You ask yourself if you said something wrong or if you bored her. But here is the truth of what is happening in her head, and it is backed by how our minds work. She reached out because she simply could not stop thinking about you. The feeling of wanting to talk to you got so strong that she just had to do it. But the very moment she did, her fear came back to visit her. She started to worry about being too obvious or looking like she is desperate for your love. She did not want to give away too much of her heart too fast. So she pulls back to the safety of her silence. She is not losing interest. She is trying to keep her own emotions under control so she does not get hurt. In the study of how people act, a group of caring experts call this a tug of war between wanting to be close and wanting to stay safe. She is drawn to you like a magnet, but she is scared of what that means for her. To handle this, she does a little bit of both. She reaches out just enough to make sure you do not forget she exists, but she pulls back before she shows too much of her hand. And if you look closely, you will see a pattern. She usually reaches out right when she feels the silence has lasted too long, and she is worried she might be losing your attention to someone else. If she was not thinking about you all the time, she would not even notice those gaps in time. But she does notice, because you are always there in the back of her mind, like a song she cannot stop humming. Sign 5. Her body tells a different story. Sign number 5 is that she acts slightly different around you compared to how she acts around everyone else she knows. You have to look very closely for this one, but it is very common once you know what to look for. With most people, she might be very relaxed and act totally normal. But when you are there, something shifts in the air. She might become more guarded, or she might laugh much louder at your jokes than anyone else in the room does. Her voice might even change a little bit and become softer when she talks to you. She might touch her hair a lot, or fidget with her jewelry, or look away from your eyes more quickly than she does with other people. Most guys think these are just nervous habits that do not mean anything, but they are actually responses to the way you affect her inside. This does not mean she is uncomfortable or wants to leave. It means you make her feel something strong that other people simply do not. When someone does not care about you at all, they are very neutral and relaxed around you. Their energy is flat because you do not change how they feel. But the people who make us feel big, strong emotions cause these little changes in how we act. If she seems more careful or a bit nervous around you, it is actually a much stronger sign of her feelings than if she was just acting flirty and loud. She is building a small wall to protect herself because she knows you have the power to affect her heart. People do not bother building walls around people who do not matter to them. Sign 6. The unconscious tests. Sign number 6 is very important, and many men fail this test without even knowing it was a test to begin with. She will say or do things just to see how you will react. She might mention another man she knows just to see if you get jealous or upset. She might cancel plans at the last minute to see if you get angry and mean, or if you stay calm and kind. She might suddenly act cold for a day to see if you will chase after her, or if you will keep your cool. It is very important for you to know that she is not doing this to be a mean person or to play games with your head. Usually, these are things her mind does without her even thinking about it at all. She is trying to see if you are a solid and safe person who can handle her feelings. She wants to know if you are emotionally strong or if you will fall apart when things get just a little bit difficult. When a woman is thinking about you in a very serious way, she needs to know if you are the real deal. By staying calm and not letting these little tests upset you, you prove to her that you are different from every other guy she has ever known. You show her that you are a rock she can lean on. Sign 7. The man who can wait. This leads us to the final sign and the part where we talk about what you should do next. I know that all of this can be very hard to deal with. When you care about someone, you want to know exactly how they feel right this second. You want them to just be honest and tell you the truth. But liking someone and having deep feelings do not always work that way, especially for women who are trying to make sure they do not get their hearts broken into pieces. So, my best advice to you is to pay very close attention to the small things. Trust the signs you are seeing, and most importantly, trust yourself and your own heart. Do not try to force her to give you an answer right now, or push for things to happen before she is ready. This is the biggest mistake that men make. The man who is able to stay calm, even when he is not 100% sure what is going to happen next, is the kind of man that women truly look for and want to be with. That kind of quiet strength is very attractive to them. If this look into how people think and feel has helped you see things in a new way today, please leave a comment with the word aware. This lets me know that you are paying close attention to the real signals that people send out every day. We invite you to join our group of caring experts by following us, because we are going to keep looking deeper into how liking someone works in ways most people never talk about. Our next guide is going to show you exactly how to take her interest and turn it into real action. If you want to learn more about how your own mind works, please take a look at the other helpful stories we have shared with you. We are so very glad you took the time to listen to us today. Thank you for being here with us as we explore the beauty of human connection and the quiet ways our hearts speak to one another without using any words at all. Taking the time to understand these small human details can truly change your life and your relationships for the better. We hope you feel more confident and ready to see the world through a more empathetic and kind lens. Stay calm, stay observant, and remember that sometimes the most important things are the ones that are not being said out loud at all. We look forward to seeing you again very soon as we continue this journey of understanding the human heart together. Take good care of yourself and be very patient with the process of getting to know someone deeply. It is a journey that is well worth taking.